He's still Andy.
Still Andy.
I'm Blair. And we just got finished watching the Royals win Game 4 of the World Series 5-3 over the New York Mets in a game that looked to me like the Mets had gotten momentum the day before. They continued to have momentum, taking a 3-2 lead into the 8th inning, and then the Royals did a Royal thing.
You guys are going to have to forgive Blair. This is the first Royals game he's covered all postseason. He's never seen this. No, I mean, like, in retrospect, yeah, it does. The standard Royals ridiculous comeback victory that we've seen so many times. But, of course, you watch the first 7 innings, and you're like, this team has no life. This team's not having good at-bats. This team is squandering a chance to, capture the World Series here. They could have, ended this thing here, and now all of a sudden it's going to be tied with Matt Harvey, Jacob deGrom, and Noah Syndergaard lined up for the Mets. And then Ben Zobrist walks against Tyler Clippard, who looks like toast, and then Lorenzo Cain walks against Tyler Clippard.
After being down 0-2.
0-2, yeah. Looks like toast. In comes Yuri's Familia. Eric Hosmer hits a ground ball, and it's Royals baseball. I mean, I wrote this today, right? Like, baseball's hard. Like, baseball's not necessarily a complicated game, but it's a very difficult game. And in order to basically the Royals force their opponents by putting the ball in play. They force their opponents to make more plays than maybe they would otherwise, by striking out and things like that. They force them to make plays, and they take advantage of when there's opportunities in front of them. And that's exactly what happened tonight. It's why they have 7 comeback victories in the postseason.
It's amazing.
They've won 10 games. 7 they've been trailing in the 5th inning.
Right, and what was I saw this stat today. After the 7th inning, they've outscored playoff opponents like 44-11 or something ridiculous. But it kind of added to the mix of Royals appearing disinterested early, and I think mental mistakes. Rios not knowing how many outs there were when yesterday, and then I don't know if this was a mental mistake, but Zobrist getting a batter, interference. Just kind of silly things that we hadn't seen from the Royals. But what we did see,
baseball's hard.
Baseball's
hard,
as you wrote. But the other thing that we saw, I think, tonight, besides that great comeback, was the bullpen. Did a terrific job. I mean, Chris Young got him through four. Did his work, and Duffy gave up the home run. But after that. And then Wade Davis.
Yeah, I mean,
was terrific.
Well, Wade Davis, he's the best reliever in the American League. He's probably the best reliever in baseball. He came in to get 6 outs, and again, he's in the highest leverage spots. The Royals win those battles, and the highest leverage spots in the game were Hosmer against Familia right there, Moustakas against Familia, Perez against Familia. The Royals won all 3. 2 on, 1 out, Lucas Duda at the plate. First of all, Davis gets him to hit into a soft fly ball like Moustakas catches, and Cespedes is just totally napping or whatever and gets picked off. And that's how these things swing. The swings it's all about in the highest leverage spots who makes plays and who doesn't. And I know that sounds like really simplistic or whatever, but it's true. I mean, you see it every time you watch this team play. This is in the biggest moments the Royals come through, and you can call that luck, you can call that skill, whatever it is. We see it night after night. There's probably a pattern there. Right.
Okay, so we've got Game 5 on Sunday. This game starts a little bit later. I think it's at 7:15 Central Time. But we got Matt Harvey for the Mets against Edinson Volquez for the Royals, who rejoined the team just today.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. The Royals did not have a ton of communication with him while he was down in the Dominican Republic at his father's funeral. They're not totally sure what his mental state is. Just talking to some coaches and folks in the organization the last couple of days, but Volquez said, talking tonight after the game that he intends to make his father proud tomorrow, and it's been a team and a season sort of marked by loss in a lot of different ways. Mike Moustakas, lost his mom, but also, it was a thing that he was dealing with all year.
That's right.
And that was something that had been part of this team's story. Chris Young lost his father very suddenly about a month ago, and Volquez lost his dad last week, and it's interjected. The Royals really do have genuine affection for one another in a way that most professional sports teams, at least the ones that I've been around in 7 years in the business, generally do not. teams care about each other, they like each other, whatever. But the Royals have a real affection, a real bond that, you've seen sort of the benefits of it, and you've seen evidence of it over the past 2 years. And so, within the tapestry of that story, I mean, for Volquez to go out tomorrow with a chance to win a World Series, I mean, it only sort of adds to what they've already accomplished, I guess.
Yeah, I get that same feeling, and anybody who's been in the clubhouse really does get that feeling that Andy just expressed. So, look, Game 5 Sunday, Royals can clinch their first World Championship in 30 years, and follow the coverage of the Royals in the Kansas City Star online at kansascity.com and on your True Blue app.